Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with a great story for you today, a true story and a personal one. We'll put this under the bucket of career advice, and I'm going to title this podcast, Not All of Them Will Be Little Steve Urbans. That was something a mentor told me years ago. I want to share a story with you and why I'm titling it as such. I had recently been promoted to district manager for a retail chain. I was a store manager previously for about 5 years, got promoted to district manager, and was going out in my brand new company car on my very first store visit. The very first time I would go to a store by myself as a district manager and conduct a visit with the store manager. Waco, Texas. Can't remember the year. Something like, I don't know, 1995 or something like that. I walk in, I do the visit. It didn't go well. The store was in bad shape. The crew was short-staffed, and et cetera, et cetera. Sales were down. And so I proceeded to pound away at the store manager for everything that was wrong. The next morning, store manager sent an email to my regional manager, my boss, resigned. My regional manager called me a couple of hours later and said, "Congratulations, Steve. Your very first visit as a district manager, your manager quit." He asked me if that's how all my visits were going to go. And then I proceeded to explain to him all the reasons why I crashed down on the manager and all the things that were wrong in the store and blah, blah, blah. Just really just, kind of trying to defend myself on why I was so tough on the manager. My boss, the regional manager, Dave, he listened. He was quiet. He paused for a long time. And he said, "Steve," he said, "you're really missing the point of coaching and mentoring." I said, "Well, what do you mean? I don't understand." He said, "Buddy, they're not all going to be little Steve Urbans. In fact, your job as a manager is to get them to be the best they can be." And really, I think and I had been in a leadership role before that for many years as a store manager, but really, that's the first time in my life, I think, that it really hit home that, the people working under me, they weren't all going to be like me. They may not be as good, right? In fact, he said, "Steve, if they were all as good as you, they would have been promoted to district manager, but they weren't. And so quit thinking they're going to be at that level and just get them to be the best they can be," right? And that really just hit home with me. And so I learned over time that as I'm coaching and mentoring, that really I'm just trying to get everything out of them I can. And by the way, sometimes they end up better than me. And many people I've mentored and coached now over the years have far exceeded anything I ever did professionally. And those are actually the proudest moments, is when you see somebody you've coached pass you, and move up and do things even bigger than you did. I mean, there's really just something to be said with that. And that's what life's about in many, many ways professionally, is to see people like that develop and progress in their career. But I do think this message is for, maybe some of those mid-level managers, or maybe you were in a smaller leadership role, but you've recently been promoted to a director level or a VP level, and you're frustrated at your team. Just remember, your job is to polish and mold and shape them and get them to be the best they can be. And hopefully the best they can be is what you need and meets company expectations, right? Or meets goals and challenges. Now, there are going to be times, obviously, where the best they can be isn't good enough and you have to replace them. But quite often, if you'll just remember, they're not all going to be little Steve Urbans. I think you'll be better off in your coaching as you move through life professionally. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. As always, folks, we appreciate you listening very much. Our podcast can be heard just about anywhere now. You can visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. You can also call us or email us with questions, and we'll help you in any way we can. Thanks so much, and have a great day.